So for this meditation, I'm drawing inspiration from a guided imagery practice that comes from yoga, but that does not involve any movement or special breathing techniques. And I've simplified this quite a bit uh, due to the short time. I'm going to invite you to imagine that we are creating a garden together. And please feel free to return to your meditation anchor at any time. Or you can just stay with your meditation anchor if you prefer. And my aspiration in this is to create a sense of safety, spaciousness, a felt sense of community, and perhaps even a bit of whimsy, if that feels good for you. I invite you to imagine that we are creating a garden together. You can imagine that the space is enclosed with hedges to provide protection and to keep us safe. So the only things that we want are in the garden with us. And there's plenty of space, and it can magically expand to accommodate whatever you think of. There are raised beds with smooth, sturdy walkways. The soil has already been prepared, but nothing has been planted yet. The weather is just right, not too sunny, not too cloudy. The ambient temperature is comfortable with a soothing breeze. The air is sweet and pleasant. And whatever you might want to have in the garden, simply having the intention for bringing it into the garden is sufficient. No effort is needed. We agree to seek the wisdom what everyone has brought into the garden. We agree that there will be nothing harmful. You might also consider if there are people you would have enjoy having in the garden with you, such as friends and family, coworkers, or maybe you'd feel better enjoying some solitude in the garden, and that is fine too. Would you bring beautiful flowers into the garden with joy? Would you bring healing herbs? Would you bring a tree to provide shade and shelter for animals? Maybe you would bring succulents to provide resiliency, or a cactus to provide strength and protection. Would you bring fruits or vegetables to provide nourishment? You might bring comfortable benches to provide a comfortable resting place. Or perhaps it's the case that what you need right now is the healing of what others have brought to the garden. And you can bring gratitude, which is also a precious gift. You also might consider would you help that someone else might bring. Imagining the garden taking shape, things that you brought, things that other people brought in your imagination. Returning to your anchor for strength and stability as you need to. And perhaps you can imagine that whatever you brought into the garden or others have brought has come to full fruition and then integrated into the garden. Maybe we can use a pond or fountain and just taking a moment to appreciate what we've created together in our imagination. And you might reflect for a moment to see if there's a felt sense or an aspiration or need that is filled by whatever you brought into the garden or may have wished that someone else had brought into the garden. Perhaps there are other people or pets that you'd like to welcome and join us in the garden. You might imagine what vibrations you might feel or sounds you might hear. You might imagine what scents you might smell in the air. You might imagine the different colors and textures of everything. You might notice what thoughts and feelings are arising. And you might offer some gratitude for this refuge that we have created together that extends beyond our individual selves to reach across many miles. May we be happy. May we be safe and free from harm. May we have ease of well being. May we discover wisdom together.